So thank you, Ariaki, for sharing all of that with us. Now that we are coming to the end of the interview section, I have these two questions that we ask everybody at Nrityavana. So I noticed that you were also training in Odissi, or you're still continuing to train in Odissi. And you mentioned that you have tried Bollywood dancing earlier, then you learned Garba earlier, Lavani. So there's a lot of dance diversity that you have been exposed to. And so I wanted to ask you, like, why do you think the diversity in the space of dance is important, and do you feel that way at all?
Yeah, I think it is very important, because if you learn only one style, you only understand your body in that one way. That's one thing I really noticed when I was started learning Odissi. My guru is Vijayani Satpathy, very renowned Odissi exponent. That I was like shocked that how much I love two dance styles so much, and how much I feel that they both resonate with me. Mm-hmm. Because I always thought, okay, Kathak is me. I am Kathak. I understand it. It understands me. But then I started learning Odissi, and I was like, well, I really understand this too. And so I started to realize that we're very multidimensional people, and there's many different aesthetics that resonate with ourselves. And so in order to understand that, it's important, I think, to have diversity in training, whether or not you necessarily pursue all of them to completion. I don't think that matters, but I think having the exposure builds your own awareness.
Right. And that was a very, I think, a thought-provoking thing that you said, that to understand a body in only one way, and then when we exposed to some other dance style, that's great. And my other question would be, how do you define dance?
That's a very hard question. I think, that's a very difficult question. I think for me, I always wonder this, because Indian classical dance in particular is very pedagogical. You're dancing stuff that has been passed down from your guru, to whom it's been passed down from their guru, and it's generation. And I always hear this sentiment, especially in the more like, in the US, or this kind of more, you can say, Eurocentric society that we live in, that art is like your own liberation, your expression, your personal, and I was like, yeah, I get that, but how come I feel this liberation and expression while doing movements that have been passed down to me from somebody else? These are not movements of my creation. These are not compositions of my creation, but I feel a self-expression when I do them. For me, it was a very conflicting thought. But I think at the basis of it, humans have a lot of commonalities. And I think that's why I can dance something that someone else made, and it still resonates as something very personal to me, is that at the end of the day, we have a common way of expressing certain things. Why do so many people learn Kathak? Why do so many people learn Bharatanatyam? Why do they love it? And why do they feel that it's theirs? Even though it was made by somebody else. And I think that's the beauty of it. I think that shows that it's a reflection of the diversity, yet the kind of unity of human expression. Art in general is, but dance in particular, for those who feel that their body can express what their words and their thoughts can't. So that's a very long-winded explanation.
But a very well put explanation. I can completely get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all of that with us, and taking this time to speak with us.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.